All right, welcome back, everyone. Future police officers are learning what to do if they are overpowered by a suspect as part of the 12-week police academy at the North Mississippi Law Enforcement Training Center.
Allie Martin was there for some of the defensive tactics class. He has a report.
PRISCILLA Castro and her fellow cadets in Class B68 have spent a lot of time on the mats this week. In defensive tactics, cadets learn what to do if they are overpowered by a suspect or if they fall down and the suspect gets on top of them.
We want the officers to be able to defend themselves and get up off the ground to where they can get to their tools and use what they've been trained to do.
Cadets are learning techniques from a program called SSGT, which stands for Strategic Self-Defense and Gunfighting Tactics. The system teaches law officers to defend against common attacks they may face in the line of duty, such as bear hugs, headlocks, tackles, and other threats. It also teaches firearm retention and disarming techniques.
As soon as he lets go, I'm back up. What do we do?
Tony Carlton, former chief of police in Tupelo and Columbus and current SSGT instructor, says the training is valuable for officers when dealing with suspects who are violent or under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
If we're called to a scene or something that we're dealing with, a lot of times there is a substance abuse or substance being used, but other than that, when we're there, people know that it's a possibility that we can take them to jail. And so they may not want to go, and if they're under the influence, well then that's even more of a struggle because they're not comprehending.
Academy Director Dean Bearden says he has heard from many former cadets who have used what they have learned during Defensive Tactics Week.
Now, we do see success out there on the street. When the cadets graduate, then many times they'll call or text and say, hey, I had a situation that happened, and they use the techniques we're teaching here, help save their life, and maybe even help save their suspect's life or someone else's life.
For cadets, this training helps them prepare for their time on patrol.
The importance of these techniques is if we were to get on the ground or in a bad situation, we're able to get out of those situations because, you know, at the end of the day, our main goal is to go home.
Even going against some of the instructors of just, they put a little more pressure on us, which is good. We need that. You're not going to know the situation. You're not going to know how, if you're stronger than them, if you're faster than them, you're not going to be able to know if you can do something, but you have in the back of your mind all these things, all these techniques that you've learned, and you think, I can do this.
Self-defense techniques wrap up week 7 of the basic class. Next week, cadets will be qualifying in firearms. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.